Okay, we're going to begin where we left off yesterday. Make sure that your check mark is next to the active project last name puzzle cube. Then you click Done. We're going to begin sketching out your puzzle cubes. To do that, you can either launch a new IPT or a part, open an existing one, or open a project. So we're going to click on New. This brings up a dialog box that says Create New File. As you learned yesterday, there are 4 different files in Inventor that we're going to be using. Either a part file.ipt, assembly.iam, or drawing.idw, or the last one, presentation.ipn. So we're going to create a standard IPT, not a sheet metal IPT. Select standard IPT and then click Create. This will bring up your browser and the window where we're going to be creating sketch. So in the window where we're going to be creating sketch, right click and choose New Sketch. This will bring up your X, Y, and Z axes, and we are going to place our sketch on the X and Y axis, and that's this one. As you can see, it says XY plane. You're going to click that on. And what that does is it brings up your 2D matrix, and we are going to use this cube and this dot right here, which is your point of origin. We'll also be using this, your navigational bar. This will allow you to either zoom, pan, this is pan, or orbit, and we'll get into what those are a little bit later. This is your home button, and we'll be using that in a few minutes, but right now make sure that you have front is selected and that you have your point of origin right here. We're also going to be using the ribbon up above here. As you can see, we have our drawing tools, and below each drawing tool is a sub-menu of items that we will be using. For today, we're going to be using the rectangle because our cubes are made out of squares or rectangles depending on how you built that or created it. So for today, we'll be using rectangle. As you notice over here, you see it's white, it's highlighted, that we are now in an active sketch. So we're going to click on rectangle, and you see what happens. It gets highlighted when you click it on, and you get your cursor changes to a plus sign. So you're going to place your plus sign over your point of origin. You're going to left click it on, then you're going to drag your plus sign out into your 2D matrix, and then you're going to place it there by left clicking again. Now, as you notice, when you did that, you have 2 blue lines and 2 green lines. The blue lines mean that you have placed your lines on either on the y-axis or the x-axis. These green lines mean that they are not on any axis. So, and that's what these black lines are. These are your x and y axis. So once we dimension it, then it'll be fully dimensioned, and then all the lines will turn blue. So we're ready to now dimension our figure. So as you can see, this is still selected. So to deselect it, you right click and then you left click OK. That deselects rectangle. Now we want to select dimension above constraint. So dimensioning is one of our constraints. To have it fully dimensioned allows you to do other things with it. And then you want to make sure that it's all blue. So you click your line on and you bring it up, and then you click on your surface and it brings up a dialog box that allows you to edit your dimension. So I want to make this, since our puzzle cube is 0.7 inches wide, I'm going to make this 0.75. So you enter that into your dimension. Now you can also choose dimensions by clicking on the endpoints. This is probably the more efficient way of doing it rather than clicking on the line. So then you choose that, and now you can see this is dimension 2. So we're going to put in 1.5. No, I want to make it 3 cubes high. So 2.25. Press enter. Okay. Now, this completes our 2D sketches. Once you click Finish Sketch, then you are ready to extrude it or do some 3D things to it. Right now it's only 2D. So we're going to finish the sketch, and then you see what happens to our little cube here? We now have the front. When we extrude it, we'll have the top, then we'll have the right, and then this home button gives you the isometric view. Alright? So I'm going to end this video here, and then I'm going to make another one with our 2D. So I'll check back with you in a minute.